Good morning, everyone. Today we're doing a tarot spread called Release and Let Go. All right, so let's see what needs to be released and let go of in your life. I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your deck. So I just put the cards here to represent the deck. So we have the Sun, Gold, Sun, Divine, Masculine deck. We have the Mystic Mondays deck. We have the Blue Moon deck, Divine Feminine deck, and we have the Wild Unknown deck. Okay, so let's see what you need to release and let go of in your life. Here we go. All right, if you haven't chosen a deck yet, please pause the video and do so, but I'm going to get started with my deck number 1 and see what you need to release and let go of right now, in your life right now. I'll move this back a little bit. Okay, we need 7 cards. I hear they're going to jump out, so let's see. Release and let go. What do we want to release and let go of in our lives at this moment? For the deck number 1, group number 1. Pop out the cards for us, please. To them, for them, from them. Group number 1. Okay, there's the first 2 cards. I think 2, yeah. So 1 and 2 go down here. Is that the 3rd card? Yeah, it is. Okay. You can, of course, fast forward this part. It's boring, probably, for some of you. Some of you might enjoy it, but some of you might just find it boring. So, okay, that's the 4th card. That's our 5th card, right there. Can do this. So some of the cards are going to be, the first 2 cards are going to be off camera here, just because my table's not big enough. I need to get a bigger table. But we will show you the cards anyway. Okay. Last 2 cards for pile, for group number 1. There we go. We have our last 2 cards this way. All right. So the first card represents what you're feeling right now. You're feeling burdened. Okay, so that's very clear. You're feeling burdened right now. Okay, why are you feeling it so strongly? That's what the 2nd card is going to tell us. Okay. There's some financial stuff going on with you. This card walks a fine line. 4 is stability, 4 is foundation, and 4 is security. So you could be trying to save for something. That's what this card could indicate. Or you might need to be saving for something. Or you could be hoarding too much. Okay? But you're feeling a financial burden. And you're feeling it very strongly because you don't feel secure. You don't feel financially secure, stable. You don't feel like you've built a big enough foundation. So that's why you're feeling that. You're feeling this financial stress. That's what you're feeling right now. It's telling us, okay? So how can you release this feeling? Okay, this is an amazing card. This card is the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune card. The Ten of Cups tells us that you have arrived and it's time to enjoy your life, okay? That you've put in the work and you've actually built this foundation. So maybe it's just a perception. Maybe the perception is that you always have to save more and build more and you don't have enough. Yeah, that's the perception. You don't have enough. But this card tells me that you do have enough. You need to recognize that you have enough. You've come to a place where you should just start enjoying life. This also tells me with the Wheel of Fortune that there is a divine plan in motion for you, that's been set in motion for you, and they are giving you blessings from the spirit world. Some that you've earned and some that they just want to give you because they love you. So you need to believe this. You need to trust this. This is how you release this feeling of there's not enough financially, there's not enough support. You don't have enough resources. Exactly. You're in a lack consciousness and they want you to come into an abundance consciousness. And you're in a fear consciousness and they want you to come into a faith consciousness. That's very clear. Okay. What is this feeling transforming into? Oh, okay. Perfect. So, yeah, the fear, they're identifying the fear that's holding you back. It's the fear, and look, it's the 4 as well, right? It's the fear of making past mistakes, okay? So you need to release and let go of your fear of making past mistakes. That's what you need to release and let go of, okay? So that you can transform this fear of not having enough to this faith that you always have enough, okay? That's what the transforming is. So how can you rise above? Yeah. Put the past behind you once and for all, okay? Just put the past behind you once and for all. The past is the past. Leave it there. Stop fearing that you're going to make the same mistakes you've made in the past. Just put the past in the past and leave it there. That's what they're saying. Okay? And then, what is my new beginning? Receive the blessings that they're trying to give you. The 2 of Cups, which is, this is an alchemist type relationship. The 2 of Cups represents. It's a partnership, a loving spiritual partnership. Partner with the spirit world and allow them, this is the Temperance card as well, allow them to pour blessings into your cup, from their cup to your cup, okay? Receive the blessings they want to give you, okay? That's your new beginning, is receiving from the spirit world what they want to give you, okay? So stop trying to do it yourself, all by yourself on a physical level. Focus on the emotional, spiritual level. Start to enjoy, start to see the joy, start to see what you've accomplished, start to see the blessings, start to see the divine plan, start to see the blessings they're trying to give you. Let go of your fear of past mistakes. Leave the past in the past and receive the blessings. Partner into this beautiful partnership, this yin-yang partnership with the spirit world, and receive the blessings they're trying to give you, okay? Last card is, what have you learned? Yeah, look at that. You've learned how to bring up all your fear and release it, okay? On the emotional, spiritual level. This is what you've learned through this. You've learned how to bring all these unconscious thoughts, all these negative thoughts, all these fears, all these, hidden fears, hidden thoughts, hidden worries, negativity, bring it to the surface, shine the light on it, and release it. That's what you've learned how to do through this process. All right. So release and let go of your fear of making the same mistakes of the past. Leave the past in the past. Enter into this divine partnership with the spirit world. Receive the blessings, okay? Receive and perceive the blessings they're giving you. Release and let go of any lack consciousness thoughts that you're having, okay? Any negative, lack, fearful thoughts. Release and let go of them. Bring them up and then release and let go of them. You can have them. It's okay. Just bring them to the surface and then let them go. That's what they want you to know. All right, that's lovely. I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you do what they're asking you to do. All right. My group number 2, what do you need to release and let go? Let's see, we're looking for 7 cards here. We've got our first one right away. This deck is very fast at giving the cards a lot of times. Now it probably won't be because I said that. But let's see how we do here. So that's 1 and that's 2. They're off camera, but I'll show them to you when I'll bring them on camera once they're ready. Okay, 3, 4. These cards are tall, so I'm going to actually do them this way. Yeah, then this way. Okay, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 6 and 7. Yeah, I need a bigger table at some point. Okay, all right. So my pile number 2 is with the Mystic Monday tarot cards. Let's see what you need to release and let go of. All right, the first question is, what are you feeling right now? You're feeling a little, not cold-hearted, but a little numb to your emotions. That's what this card is saying to me, okay? And why are you feeling it so strongly? Oh, because you're trying to move through something. You want to transform something. You want to transmute something. You want to move forward. So what you've done is you've shut off your emotions. You've turned off some emotion about something in order to move forward. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? So how can you release this feeling? It's like you're like, okay, well, emotions haven't served me well, so I'm just going to turn them off and be numb to them so that I can move forward. So how do you release this feeling? Yeah. You stop seeing the situation as a battle. Stop seeing it as a battle to be won. Okay, so yeah, there's some situation that you have perceived as a battle to be won. Okay? It's not a battle to be won. And you're already winning it, is what I'm hearing with this card, because it's in reverse. You've already won whatever battle that was, okay? But it wasn't even a battle. It was just a lesson. It was just a experience. It was just a, an experience. But you've triumphed, okay? You've triumphed. So there's no need to keep shutting down your emotions in order to move forward. Maybe that worked for you and that's how you feel you triumphed. So you think you need to continue to do that to keep moving forward, but that's not necessary, I hear. Okay? So what is this feeling transforming into? Yeah. You need to change your perspective. You're starting to change your perspective. Some perspective. So whatever perspective you had around this situation, it's changed. Maybe you felt that you needed to protect yourself in order to win triumph, in this situation, to get out of it, to overcome it, right? And then you're in order to move forward from it. But you need to now allow this change in perception that's happening, okay? How do you rise above? Yeah, okay. It's upright. How do you rise above? By recognizing your achievement, by recognizing that you were successful, your success, okay? By recognizing that you are moving forward. You are already moving forward. This whole thing was part of moving forward. The emotions you felt during this time were part of you growing. See, this is growing. This is growth, right? This is growth. So, in the physical world, in a physical financial way sometimes, but yeah, so the emotions that you felt the perception, okay, so what you're starting to understand is that the emotions did serve you. They did serve you. They were part of your growth. Okay, so they want you to recognize that. Okay, what is your new beginning? Look at that, the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups says to me that there's more. There's more to uncover. There's more to know. There's more to learn. There's more blessings coming your way. There's more to, yeah, you can expect more. You can seek more. Okay? Now you can seek more from life now. Okay? Is what it's saying. That's what you've learned from this. This is what this was all about. Okay? And what have you learned? Okay. Yeah, to be fearless. You've learned to be fearless. This is the Fool card. You've learned to be fearless. So the emotions that you had while you went through all of this, we're not useless. Is how it's coming. Okay? So, yeah. So release the perception that your emotions did not serve you. Okay? That's what they want you to release. Understand that your emotions helped you come to this place of growth, and that now you're no longer afraid of the unknown. You're no longer afraid of having these emotions. Okay, so that's why you can face the unknown. Now, your new beginning is you can face the unknown without fear, because you've already experienced a bunch of emotions that you didn't love, that were upsetting, that were stressful, that were anxiety provoking, etc., right? So you've been there, done that. You overcame, you moved on, okay? And so now allow the wholeness to come back is what I'm hearing. The wholeness of the experience, okay? Your emotional being and your logical being work together for this growth, okay? And you're ready to face anything, any unknown, fearlessly now. And that was the purpose of whatever you've gone through. So release and let go of the need to control your emotions. You don't need to control your emotions. You need to allow your emotions, but be willing to move past them, you know? So allow them, feel them, and move forward from them. Allow your emotions, overcome them, and move forward from them, okay? That's what you've learned, all right? Your emotions belong as much as your logic belongs, all right? Both belong. So the balance between the two is what you're looking for here. Okay, that's what brings you the growth. That's what brings you the fearlessness. That's what enables you to face anything. There you go. That is what you need to release and let go of. Judgment of your emotions or of your logical mind. Either. They work together. All right. Pile number 3, or deck number 3, group number 3. What do you need to release and let go of? Okay. Okay. First card came out. Second card. Well, as many cards as you want, up to the 7. Pop out. Okay, there we go. Look at number 2. They keep flipping them over, which is interesting. So, all right. Giving us that look, they keep giving us the sneak peek of things. It's so interesting that they're doing that. You guys must be my pal that wants a sneak peek of everything. You're probably my pal that can't wait for Christmas and has to know what you're getting in peeks. You're my pile that likes to peek. That's what I'm hearing. Curious. You're a curious pile. Okay. So, what do you need to release and let go of? So, what are you feeling right now? You're feeling doubt. You see the potential, but you're hesitant and you have doubt. So, you're feeling doubt. You're feeling a lack of confidence, a lack of, you're just feeling doubt. Okay. So, why are you feeling this so strongly? Okay. You're feeling this so strongly because you're connected to the divine feminine. You're connected to your intuition. You're connected to the energy of the moon and to the receiving of messages and of, everything on the emotional, spiritual level. But you're confused. It's not clear. You don't have a clarity. You have the intuition wide open, but you don't have a sense of clarity is what I'm getting. So that's why you're feeling this doubt. You see the potential because you have your intuition wide open, and you see the potential to receive and to achieve this harmony, this balance, this harmony, this infinite abundance here on the emotional spiritual level, but you still have doubts and fears because you're lacking clarity. The intuition is so strong that you actually doubt it, which is interesting. Okay, because you think maybe I'm just making it up, maybe I'm just crazy, or whatever. So let's see how you can release this feeling. Yeah. This intuition is so strong, it's creating anxiety for you. Okay, it's creating anxiety. So, yeah, they want you to let go and release this anxiety around your intuition. Trust it. Just trust it. Okay? You're not crazy. Trust it. All right? So, what is the feeling transforming into? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, you understand, you're seeing the potential of this infinite balance and harmony and abundance on the emotional and spiritual level of the universe, right? You see that potential. You see the potential of being in flow, but it creates anxiety for you. So being in flow, being the King of Cups and being in flow means you understand your emotions, okay? You understand the nature of emotions. You understand the ebb and flow. You understand the negative and the positive. You understand the light, the darkness and the light, and you understand that it's all works together, okay? And that there's a balance in the universe and a harmony, a balance, and an infinite abundance of everything, not just positive, but negatives as well. However, when you're in flow, you just allow you allow the tide to come in, you allow the tide to go out, you allow it to come in, you allow it to go out. You don't hold on to anything, so this is what you see, the potential of being in this flow, but it gives you anxiety and it causes doubt because you don't like to let go of anything, which is why you're having this reading. What do you need to release and let go of? You don't like to let go of anything, so the flow is nerve-wracking for you, being in flow. So but this is what they're asking you to do, to transform from this place of being fearful and doubtful and always trying to hold on, to keep one foot in one side and one foot in the other side, right? And to just let everything flow naturally, right? So give up this need to control. See, your intuition is so strong, but you have this need to control. So you're struggling with yourself. So, okay. How can you rise above all of this? Let go of the power struggle. That's the perfect card. I just said you're struggling with yourself, right? You're struggling with your desire to control and your desire to surrender and let go, okay? And be in flow. Just let go of the power struggle that you're holding yourself in, where you don't want to let go of anything. You want to hold on to everything. Letting go of anything. It might even be a paperclip. You're like, I might need this paperclip later on, right? Let it go. You can give it away or do whatever. Like, trust that flow. When you need something, it'll be there for you, and when you don't need it, you can release it and let it go. That's what they want you to transform into. So let go of this power struggle between lack consciousness and abundance consciousness that you are feeling, and between wanting to control and wanting to surrender that you're feeling. Just let go of this power struggle that's within you, okay? What is your new beginning? Ah, yes. Becoming like the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, much like how he understands the nature of emotions, and that they're, they ebb and flow. You have good days, you have bad days, you have ups and you have downs, etc., etc. He understands the nature of emotions, and so therefore he doesn't let that rule his life, and he can be in flow. He's not emotionally attached to things and not able to let them go. So if you begin, your new beginning is to be more like the Queen of Swords, who is she's understood. She's understood, and she I don't want to say has control of her emotions, because it's not about control, but she has dominion over her emotions. She can put her emotions aside when she needs to and use her logical mind when she needs to achieve what she wants. She has that clarity that I said you lacked down here, right? That you were getting confused by all of this intuition and you were lacking the clarity, because when you're very intuitive, you're also very emotional, right? You're very emotional. The moon is like related to emotional stuff, right? The feminine is related to emotional stuff, and this is the divine feminine. So so your new beginning is to be like the Queen of Swords, who has dominion, understands her emotions, much like the King of Cups, and can balance between emotion and logic, so that she can achieve the things that she wants to achieve. Okay, so she has the clarity that you're after. So that's where they're bringing you toward, by releasing and letting go of this doubt and fear and anxiety over letting go of anything. Okay, that's what they want you to release. And what have you learned? How to be the Queen of Wands, which is she's able to move forward. She's able to let go and move forward. She's courageous enough to do so. She's not fearful. She's the opposite. She's confident. She's the opposite of this guy. She is super confident, super courageous, super empowered, okay, and fearless. Wow. So you're learning to be her. Her, him, right? And that's amazing. All right. You guys go have a beautiful, and you chose the Divine Feminine blue card, right? So deck, that makes a lot of sense. All right, my pile number 4, deck number 4, group number 4, with the Wild Unknown Tarot. Let's see what you need to release and let go of. Of course, you can skip this part where I shuffle, but I'm waiting for the cards to pop out. And that's what we do with this. Okay, spread. Here we go. We have a few. We have 1, we have 2, oh, good, 3, 4, 5. So we have almost all of them. That was very quick. Okay. You guys just want to get to it. And then, let's see, are those 2 cards? And top 2 cards that came out. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see what you need to release and let go of. So let's see what you're feeling right now with this card. Oh, you're feeling like the Empress. So that's good. The Empress is able to, she connects with her intuition. She sees the big picture. She understands how to create and grow. She's very fertile, okay? Very, very, very fertile. So, and very creative. So you're feeling very creative right now. That's what that's telling me, okay? So why are you feeling this so strongly? These cards, this deck is only upright, so I'm turning it upright. You're feeling it strongly because you're coming to a place where you are seeking, you're seeking to understand what eludes you. Okay, you're opening your intuition, you want to understand the balance of the universe, right? Like, see, we have the sun here, the moon here, we have the 6 cups on this side, and then we have this cup in the middle that's turned over, that's the unknown. And you're trying to understand this balance of the universe. See, your intuition's open here, the moon. So you're feeling very strongly about this, because about this being the Empress and being like the Empress and creating something and understanding how to create something. And because you're looking for answers. You're looking for answers. That's why. Okay, let's see. So what is the feeling that you want to release, though? Because this next card is, how do I release this feeling? You're feeling creative. You're feeling creative. You're feeling intuitive, creative. But something's eluding you. So this is the feeling. Okay, so this is the feeling that you need to release and let go of. This feeling that you can never quite do it, or you can never quite create it, or you can never quite understand it, or you can never quite... It's like that. Okay, so yeah, like the artist who never can finish, never feels like it's finished, never feels fulfilled, never feels complete, never feels like they're done, with their work of art. That's the feeling that they're talking about here, okay, that you're having. So how do you release and let go of that feeling? Interesting, because remember I said you're trying to understand the balance of the universe here, and this card is all about, it's justice. It's all about the universe is perfectly balanced, right? Look at this white cat and this black cat, this white diamond on this side and dark on this side, right? The justice card is about balance. And so you can release this feeling by accepting that there is balance in the universe, okay? There is balance in the universe. And now I'm being reminded of something that's come up over the last few days. When you create, okay, this is it. Okay, because you understand. Okay, I went through this process the other day of forgiving creation. Okay, forgiving creation, because when you create, because of this balance, the laws of the universe, the laws of creation is that when you create something, you also create the polar opposite at the same time. So if you're trying to create love, light, and wisdom in the universe, you're also going to create the opposite of that, which is fear, darkness, and not knowing. This not knowing over here, right? This is the not knowing. So the more you open up your knowing and create your knowing and connect to the Empress you are, the more you know you don't know. So yeah, so you've had this dilemma. The more you know, the more you know you don't know, right? And that's the balance of the universe, and that's the process of creation. When you create something, you create, not just because, remember I've talked about the balance of the universe, how you have a coin and you have two sides to the coin, and in order to have the whole coin, you have to accept both sides. So you have to accept the heads and the tails. So you have to accept the perceived negative and the perceived positive, right? But in reality, nothing's negative, nothing's positive, but we perceive it that way. So when you create light, you create darkness, but we want to create only the light, but you also create the darkness. And in order to be creative, you have to understand that is how the universe works and the balance of the universe, and you have to allow that and accept that, and understand that it's only perception. It's perception of light and perception of darkness, but what you embrace and what you focus on is what you will experience. So if you're attempting to create light in the world, and you focus on the light and you embrace the light, that's what you will experience, right? Now, there will be, so for instance, say you're putting out something, a book. Say you're putting out a book that's you think is creating light in the world, and you perceive as creating light in the world, and you're telling people what you know and you feel and you understand about the world or about your life or about anything. And some people will resonate with that, and that'll turn the light on for them, and they will be very excited about it, and they will, give you positive feedback and say that you're creating light for them, and it'll be all exciting. There will be people who will read your book or not even read your book and will just reject it. And that's the darkness, right? It's okay. Allow it. Okay? It's okay. Allow it. But don't focus on it. so that your experience doesn't become that. If you focus on it, say you create this book, right? And 9 out of 10 people love it, think it's great, think it's the light. 1 person out of 10 thinks it's the darkness, right? If you focus on that 1 person that thinks it's the darkness, that's going to be your experience of it, right? So, or even if it's 50-50, right? Focus on the 50. Even if it's 1 person thinks it's light and 9 people think it's darkness, if you focus on the 1 person that thinks it's light, then, or perceives it as light, then that's your experience with it. So I think you get what I mean. I'm going to move on to the next card, okay? Hopefully that explains it well enough. So the next card is, what is this feeling transforming into? Look at that, the Ace of Wands. Opportunities to move forward, okay? The Ace of Wands is, new beginnings to move forward. So, yeah, because you can get stuck. You can get very, very stuck in this, creative process. And this is what I was saying about the artist, right? They never feel finished. They never feel complete. They never feel, they're striving for perfection, and they never feel like they've achieved it, and they focus on the imperfection, and that can bring them into a dark place and bring them into that stuck place and all of that kind of stuff. So understanding that, the more you know, the more you don't know, the more light you create, the more darkness you create. But it's all okay. It's just the balance of the universe, and it's all okay. And it's where you focus that creates your experience. And understanding that and releasing this need to this need for balance, actually, to be stuck in the middle, is what you're releasing. This need to basically you're allowed to focus on the what you perceive as the light, and so that you can move forward. Okay, that's what this is showing me. Okay. How can you rise above all of this? Oh, the Son of Swords. So the Son of Swords, I'm going to refer to the book on this one. I'm not familiar with this card. This deck has sons of things and daughters of things, and it's kind of like the page, but it's different because they're masculine and feminine, first of all, and it's just slightly different. So I want to see what. Okay, yeah, determination. A dynamic creature, the Son of Swords, is a man of action. Okay, so that makes sense. Man of action. So how can you rise? Act. Don't get stuck and paralyzed by this creative process and this, this knowing that the more you know, the less you know, and the more you create light, the more darkness you create, and all that kind of. Don't get paralyzed by that. Still act. Move forward. Like this is this. Focus on the perception that you want to experience, and move forward. Act. Okay. So the Son of Swords, he moves forward. He acts. He determines. He moves toward his goal with a sense of determination. So that's the determination, is choosing which perception you're gonna focus on. That's the determination. Okay, so that's cool. So be determined. Be determined is what this is saying. Act and be determined. Act with determination. So when you create, act with determination. Okay, focus on the experience you want with this creation. Okay, not the shadow experience. Focus on the light experience, if that's what you want. If you want to focus on the shadow experience, then go right ahead. No one's going to stop you either. What's your new beginning? Look at that. The world. The world is your oyster. The world opens up to you. You open up to the world when you move past all of this. Okay, when you release and let go of this need to stay stuck in order, because you're paralyzed. You're paralyzed by this knowledge that when you create something, you're creating both aspects of it, right? Once you move past that and you understand that you can determine which aspect of it you're going to experience, your whole world is going to open up to you, and you're going to open up to the world. Okay, what have you learned? Oh, like I said, these are always upright. So this is the Six of Cups. Ah, beautiful. So the Six of Cups in other decks is represented by like charitable things and potluck type things and whatever. But look at what this card, how it represents. So okay, so you've learned how to share in the world, because the Six of Cups is very much about sharing, okay, and healing on the emotional, spiritual level, so that you can share self-love. It's about self-love as well, okay. um, so sorry, I'm confusing it with the Six of Pentacles. It's not the potluck is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Cups, sorry, is about self-love, self-healing, self love and healing, so that you can share that with the world, and you can love and heal with others, okay. So that's where the sharing aspect comes in, but it's emotional, spiritual, not physical, right? Similar but different. So anyways, but look at the beautiful image, because look at this. We started with you were stuck trying to only create the light, right? And only create the positive that you thought was, what you wanted to create. But now, as you've moved through all of this with this reading, and what you've learned is that when you create a tree, there's the roots, there's the underneath, there's the underworld, right? The whole root system needs to be created as well to support this tree, right? All of this supports this. And the more this grows up, the more this grows down, right? So this is, again, about this balance of the universe. And this card is actually quite beautiful to express that we need the balance. For this tree to stand and rise and grow on the surface, the part that we enjoy and we love and we see it's beautiful and we admire, and it gives us oxygen, and it does all kinds of beautiful, wonderful things, and creates all kinds of light and love in the world, which is what you're after and trying to create. You need these roots. So you need the polar opposite, right? You need these roots that go down in the opposite direction into the ground, that pull, this is giving, this tree is giving, and this is the taking, right? It's pulling nutrients from the soil. It's pulling water from the soil. This is the taking aspect, and this is the giving aspect of the tree, right? So this is the taking and the giving in perfect balance, right? Just like the universe is, right? You could see this as darkness and light. And again, it's just, you can see very clearly in this card, it's just perception. This isn't, it just is. It just is. It doesn't need to be judged, right? So yeah, that's actually such a beautiful depiction of what you've learned here through this reading, and what you're learning here in your life. And that's just I want to look at this card in the book. They have neat descriptions in this book of these cards, and I just want to see yeah, so this card, it's in the book, it says, this is a card of beautiful implications. The Six of Cups focuses on the magic and innocence of childhood. And when we were children, we understood this just intuitively, right? We just understood. And then we get all mixed up as we age. The roots of the years past are a light with color and vibrancy. Look back on them. Get lost in your memories. Enjoy simple pleasures and wonder in all areas of life. So yeah, that's a good point. So this, it's funny because this part is not in color. Again, it's all about perception. So this part is not in color, but this part is. So, some people might see this as much more beautiful than this, right? How it's depicted in this card. Also, it's saying, like, yeah, your past forms your future, right? So, you can't create a future without having a past, right? When you create a future, you're also creating the past. So yeah, it's just about the balance, the balance of the universe. It's depicted so beautifully, and this is about self-love and self-healing. So when you understand this, yeah, you'll feel love, you'll forgive, you'll love yourself unconditionally. Okay, you'll love the world unconditionally, because you understand that everything just is. It's just a balance. There's no right or wrong. There's no dark or light. There's no, any of that. It just is. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. I hope that helped you in some way. You guys go have a beautiful day.